Rusty Humphries here. That means it's time for the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. E means also that you are the star of the show, not me. So do me a favor and check in. Let me know who you are, where you are a deplorable from. I want to say howdy to you, give you a little sugar on the air, and talk about what's going on in the world. There we go. Make sure you share this video. Let people know what we're doing and why they should watch. And they should watch because we're giving y'all the truth every single day, whether you like it or not. Jack is there. We're just getting her started. Terry's there. How are you guys? Check in right now, and we will get her started in just a couple of seconds. Tonight's program being powered by the nice folks at Right Wing News and the wonderful people at Liberty One TV. If you haven't checked them out online, you need to do it. Go to liberty1tv.com. Also tonight, sponsored by the wonderful peoples at the HearMeOut app. HearMeOut app. Please follow me on the HearMeOut app. Just download it. It won't cost you anything. And follow me, Rusty Humphries, and you'll be in for a treat. Like today. You know what we talked about today on the HearMeOut app? Tell me if you agree with this. We'll start with this right now. And that is Shepard Smith needs to go. I've had enough of Shepard Smith. I had enough up to here. Is the constant condescending, smart ass, I know better than you attitude of the Shepster. Now, back when he was just a news anchor, I think he's a pretty good news anchor. I think if he shuts his lousy opinions up and just gives us the news, that's great. But when every single day he sounds more left-wing than Rick Maddow, that guy that looks like Friends on MSNBC, looks like Chandler from Friends. It's just, I'm just tired of it. I could watch Chandler on MSNBC and get that kind of crap. I don't go to Fox News for that. But then people go, well, and Sean Hannity, he's got an opinion. Sean Hannity does an opinion show. Shepard Smith is supposed to be doing straight news. You turn to that program to hear the news, fair and balanced. Remember when Fox used to call themselves that? You listen to the news, both sides. Not supposed to be having the guy giving snarky comments about Trump every day, how Trump should be impeached. And then you move on. I'm very, very tired of Shepard Smith. That's what I think. What do you think? Do you agree with, if you're tired of Shepard Smith? Let's see. Give me the mean face. I'm tired of Shepard Smith. I'm sick of that guy. I think he should go. Or if you love Shepard Smith, I want to see some hearts. So let's get those up there right now. Mean face, I ain't like me no Shepard Smith. Or, I love him, he's the bestest ever. Hearts, okay? Let's see that going on right now. Gene is checking in. Charles is there from Indiana. Everybody check in. I want to see who y'all are. Let's see here. Who else we got? We got a lot of people checking in. Don is there. Jim is from Louisiana. Pat is there. Timothy is in Arizona. Timothy, I haven't been able to find it. Okay, so the governor of Arizona signed the bill giving teachers a 20% raise, but I haven't heard if they're going back to work or not. Do you know, Timothy? I was looking and I couldn't find. Mark's in Texas. Bobby is a proud deplorable. How you guys doing from Florida? I'm doing good, Bobby. Thank you for asking. West Virginia is another Bobby. Charlie's in from Florida. Jonathan, dude. Hey, Jonathan, dude. Douglas is a deplorable from Charlotte. Let's see. Gary is an Aussie from Aussie land. Hello, Rusty and Company. Hello, Gary and Company. How's it going down under? You probably never heard that ever before. Jeannie thinks that Shepard Smith looks like a Ken doll with a facelift. I've met Shepard Smith a few times. I think he's like 100 pounds. I mean, he's tiny. Shepard Smith is a tiny little guy. But boy, he got himself an attitude, doesn't he? Gary's good. Dan is there. Deplorable Dan is there. Jack wants to know how's the war with Facebook going. As good as can be expected. They still haven't decided to act with fairness, and they haven't decided to act with honor. But whatever. Fred's a Wisconsin, Florida. Well, Faye is there in Florida. William's in Ohio. James in Texas. Brian checking in. Linda, if it is truth, why would you have to tell them that every day or not? I missed that one. What else we got going on here? France from Southern California. Please don't judge. She's a deplorable patriot. Listen, Fran, I love California. I just wish California didn't go all commie on us, which I'm betting you wish they hadn't either. Jim thinks Shepard needs to be on a soap opera. Rob is applauding. Thank you, Rob. We appreciate you. Tim is a deplorable Michigan vet. Currently in Philippines. He'll be home next month. Well, hurry back. We miss you. Kathy is a deplorable from Vegas. Gary says a bunch of hypocrites. Ramona, hey, Rusty. Deplorable rambunctious from Wisconsin. How you doing? Dan checking in. Hi, Dan. Reb. Hello, brother Dan. Gary says, come on over to Infinity SN with us, Rusty. All my products are Apple. I heard that only works on Windows stuff. So I've heard. I don't know if that's true or not. Kara's there. Edward's there. Chris there. Let's see here. Chris, truly their despicable actions resemble the drowning person clutching at straws. They know they're wrong and appearing disturbed, but they got to sell the product for their masters of George Soros or feel his shtick. All right. Today was the National Day of Prayer. Did you know that? You know what? I didn't know it until earlier today. It wasn't like something that was a big deal on the media. I never heard anything about it, but Trump gave a good speech, signed some stuff. Let's see a little bit about what happened in the National Day of Prayer here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
Prayer has always been at the center of American life. Prayer is the key that opens us the treasures of God's mercies and blessings. Today we are launching another historic action to promote religious freedom. We are proud of our religious heritage, and as president, I will always protect religious liberty. We praise God for the blessings of freedom, and we ask God to forever bless this magnificent land that we all love so much.
All right, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you very much, Mr. President, and I hope you got a chance to acknowledge a day of prayer in your life. Debbie is thankful for our president. Linda checking in, saying, good evening, Rusty. Gary says they are working on the Apple app. Okay, well, then when they get that going, I'll check it out. Ramona prays every day. Thank you. Good for you. And you know what, Ramona? I would appreciate your prayers too. You know, I try to pray for everybody in the audience every single day. And sometimes, you know what, I need it too. And, this is one of those times. Tough times are happening a little bit in my life. But, I'm not complaining, just letting you know. All right, deplorable is Charles. Dan says, best president ever. Debbie says, what a great president we have. Yeah. The deplorable gals have a new song out today, though, the Deplorable Choir. I've seen a couple of their things. They're pretty good. It's always nice. Brian says, dump Apple now, Rusty, and for the better. Infinity SN is cranking. Yeah, I'm not going to dump my Apple stuff. You should see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Apple things running all at the same time right now. Kevin says, Rusty, please let me know what Shepard do. Every day, Kevin, it's something else. It's just a nonstop stream of his opinion being thrown in the middle of the newscast, usually something that states that Donald Trump has done something horrible again and he's probably going to be impeached. I don't think it's right. That's me. Kelly says, amen, Rusty. You're now on my prayer list. Thank you, Kelly. James says, love and pray to Jesus Christ for our country. Thank him for our fortunate country. Amen, brother. Matthew says, Apple rocks. I support you. Thank you. Jeannie wants to know, what do I think about the Boy Scouts letting girls join? We talked about this yesterday. First of all, I don't know how many Boy Scouts, is that really something that's a big deal anymore? I guess that's my first question. I mean, are there still a lot of kids doing Boy Scouts? But I think we are too quick to say there's no difference between men and women. We're trying to teach our boys and girls that everybody is exactly the same. I just don't think that that's a good idea. I don't think that that's taken us in the right direction. I think there are differences between men and women, and I think it's good that there are differences between men and women. And I personally am a big fan of women. But I remember, back in those years when all I could think about was girls, it probably would have been good for me to spend a little bit more time not just focusing on girls and doing something else. That's me. Diana is praying today. Catherine says we all need to come out in force and vote. We need to keep this president in office. Our children's future depends on it. Linda says, I totally agree. He is by far the best president we have ever had. Charmaine checking in, saying, Texas, hello. All right, what do these young ladies have? They got a new song, a new Trump deplorable song. I don't know what it is. Thought I'd save it for you. Let's check it out here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
We're the Deplorable Choir. No girls can't be boys. No boys can't be girls. And liberal stuff could make us cuss. Ain't how God made us. Little Jimmy has a Jimmy and shouldn't wear a dress. Don't know how these basic laws get lost on all these libs. Oh, nothing in this world brings my heart so much down than being forced to buy thin knits from a Boy Scout. No girls can't be boys, no boys can't be girls. That liberal stuff can make us cuss. Ain't how God made us. What happened to let boys be boys and no girls allowed? It happens, that's the only space I believe in now. Oh, nothing turns girls on like strong manly men. But what will we do when the left exterminates them?
Oh, yeah.
No girls can't be
Boys.
no boys can't be girls. That liberal stuff could make us cuss. Ain't how God made us. That liberal stuff could make us cuss. Ain't how God made us.
Yeah.
And as for you, Boy Scouts, shame on you for removing boy from your name. Where are our boys going to go to learn to be men if you put girls in the program? Isn't anything sacred anymore? It's the only safe space we believe in. Take that, college people.
Yeah.
That's the only safe space you get. The all boys
Done.
club. And we really wish we had like all our members today, but this will just have to do.
All right, there you go. That's the Deplorable Choir. You could find that online on Facebook. Let's see here. Karen says, nice to be able to celebrate our differences as man or women. Love our president. Smiley, thumbs up. Dan says, way to go, Deplorable Girls, Deplorable Choir. Rusty Sanborn checking in. Rusty, great first name. John says, reminds him of Diamond and Silk. Sherry says, it's so bad and so sad and sick, we actually have to be having this conversation. That's true. God made Adam and Eve, man and woman, says Diane. Well, very, 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 very true. Very true. All right, well, a couple things. I told you about this yesterday, and I would sure love for you to come and be a part of it. I'm going to be in Texas, in Dallas, May 12th, for the Your Message Conference. A couple of my friends are putting this on, Charles and Elaine Sanger. And what it is they're going to teach you in one day how to write your own book. Now, you'd think that would cost. Now, I've been to some of these conferences where they charge like up to $5,000 to do this. And this one is very, very reasonably priced. $97. But you got to use the early bird promo code. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to be outside of Dallas in Denton, Texas. Lunch is included. But anyway, you want to learn how to write your own book. Do that. Just go to yourmessageconference.com. Find out more. I will be there in the Dallas area, May 12th, 2018. Coming up. I rarely do personal appearances anymore because I'm too busy. But if you want to come out, I'd love to meet you and maybe help you with your book too. So again, go to yourmessageconference.com. Sign up. Registrations are going fast, and we're looking at 7 days left before this thing happens, so you better hurry. So if you're in anywhere near Dallas, you can drive or get on an airplane, find out more. Anyway, go to yourmessageconference.com to find out more, and I would love to see you there. Let's see here. Jessica says, why do I miss the He-Man Woman's Hater Club all of a sudden? That's funny. Steve is from Wyoming. He could use some prayers. All right, folks, if you would, maybe do a little prayer for Steve. Actually, you know what? I'd love it if you do a prayer for everybody. Everybody that watches the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. For the whole family. Leslie is in Astoria, Oregon. First time here. Leslie, you know what? My daughter got married in Astoria, Oregon. I love Astoria, Oregon. I used to live in Grants Pass, so we were neighbors. It's good to see you here. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Lana is first time from Louisiana. First time hearing it. Thank you, Lana. We appreciate you, too. I appreciate you being here. William says, what do you think about Illinois passing the mandatory LGBT history class? Well, thank you, William. I'd not heard of that before. Now, I just don't think that everybody's world needs to revolve around their loins. That's me. And I still don't understand why, if you want to pretend to be somebody of a different sex, that I have to pretend along with you. I don't understand it. That's me. Yeah, University of Texas, Austin is wanting a masculinity designed as designated as mental illness. I saw that earlier. Well, along those same lines, our good friend Tucker Carlson had a great piece yesterday. I want to share it with you just about how far liberalism is going today. Let's check this out from Fox News last night. It's our good friend Tucker Carlson here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
A high school senior in Utah was the subject to public shaming, a lot of it from across the country, because of the dress that she wore to prom. Watch.
A single post with a one-word caption and 4 photos changed everything.
I was accused of racism, cultural appropriation. I didn't mean any harm or racist intent.
That's Keziah Dom, and the dress she wore is called a chai pao. It is commonly worn in China. In response to the photos, Twitter user Jeremy Lamb tweeted this, quote, "My culture is not your bleeping prom dress," whatever that means, but his tweet received almost 180,000 likes. Ironically, the chai pao isn't actually from China originally. It was appropriated from a neighboring non-Chinese culture, but whatever, details don't matter in 2018. Kathy Aru is founding publisher of Catalina Magazine, and she is, of course, our liberal Sherpa, guiding us through the labyrinth of this modern world. So, Kathy, it's great to see you. Thank you for coming on.
Hi.
This raises, look, I get it. She unintentionally, but still appropriated a cultural talisman from a culture that's not hers. But does this go both ways? Does this mean that, Chinese people are wearing neckties, which is a Western invention. Are they committing cultural appropriation by doing that?
Well, what she did is almost like an exploitation of a culture. She's exploiting it. It's appropriation because she is taking advantage of a culture she doesn't really know much about. I don't think a businessman, a Chinese businessman, doesn't understand the Western culture. He understands what the tie is. He understands what the suit is. But she had no idea what this dress meant and what it's about, and she didn't even appreciate it. One of her comments was, "It's just a effing dress." I mean, this is a culture. She borrowed a culture, and she cared so little to appreciate it.
I'm sorry. I gotta stop it right there because I can't take it. It's just a freaking dress. It's a freaking dress. That's it. People, you got to calm down. Everybody got to stop worrying about being offended. This chick can't wait to be offended. That dude, Tucker, that's a terrible picture, Tucker. Sorry about that. So I'll get it off the screen just for a second. Everybody's got to stop worrying about being offended all the time. Get over yourself. I'm offended. No, you're a candy ass, dude. If you're a dude and you're offended about what some kind of dress somebody's wearing, dude, you're a candy ass. Seriously, you got to get a hobby. And if your hobby is cultural dresses, get a different one. That's what I think. Agree, thumbs up or hearts. Disagree with me? Give me the frowny face. I want to see your comments. I want to see you get involved. Have you shared the video? We need you to be engaged. We need you to participate. We need you. I need you to be a part of this rebellion, and I can't do it without you. So let's see what you think. James says she did not borrow a culture. Barbara says at least she has a dress on. Who cares? Charmaine says it's BS. Dan says way to go, deplorables. Jessica says I missed the day of Flip Wilson and Klinger dressing up. That was funny. Morgan said she honored them by choosing the dress that she thought was pretty. Okay, I'll give you that one. Let's get back to this liberal moron and the very intelligent Tucker Carlson.
Definitely wrong.
So if she had loved the dress more, would it have been better?
She loved the dress. She knew so little about the background. She said she loved it because it would give her attention. She loved the attention it would give her. And then she took those pictures in these poses that were, I think she thought were Asian poses, but they were actually Vape Nation and promoting some YouTuber that is controversial in itself. And she's praying to Papa John's Pizza. That's what that pose is. So that wasn't a pose that is appreciating a culture. That's a pose mocking a culture and promoting a YouTuber.
The Papa John's culture?
It's a YouTube. Well, no, she's taking.
But what about? I mean, this is not the only form of cultural appropriation from China. I mean, people use chopsticks. They eat Chinese food. College students have Chinese characters whose meaning they don't know tattooed on their bodies. Are all of those out of bounds now, too?
Well, they say appropriation and appreciation is a fine line, and it seems like she was. Well, apparently she didn't understand that she maybe is not a racist, but what she did was a form of racism.
So what you're saying is that white people ought to stick just to white culture and celebrate white culture?
No, what I'm saying.
Oh, you're not saying that. So what are you saying? I'm getting confused because I thought you were saying that white people should stay in their lane and just stick with white culture and celebrate their own culture, right? Is that what you're saying?
She clearly used this for personal gain. She wanted the attention. She was in the middle of all those photos. She wanted it for personal gain. She put it on Twitter.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, what? A girl wants attention on prom night? What? You mean to tell me she got a pretty dress so people would look at her on prom night? What? You got to be kidding me. No, what you're kidding me with is that you actually, I can't believe that something like this exists. That people are actually listening to her. The only reason I'm playing her is because we're not laughing with her, we are laughing at her. So let's be very, very clear at what this woman is doing. Let's continue.
On Facebook, it was for attention. It wasn't like eating Chinese food and enjoying the deliciousness of Chinese food.
People actually wear dresses for attention. I mean, that's sort of what they are. So I wonder, though, what about people from other cultures, from Asian cultures, who dye their hair blonde, but don't fully understand the culture of blondness. Is that cultural appropriation?
I think they understand and they're appreciating it. It's not a majority culture taking advantage of a minority culture. It's not someone dipping into a culture and stealing an element
but
for
globally,
personal gain.
I mean, white Americans are a tiny percentage of global culture, of course. They did invent the airplanes.
This happened in Utah. So
of course it did, but this is a global phenomenon. So let me ask you, I mean, is there any
majority culture? She did it here. To mock people
She got crazy
elsewhere.
eyes, too.
I don't know if she was mocking.
Hold on.
So this does raise an interesting question, though, about
hold on.
assimilation.
I want you to
So
I'm just going to
assimilation.
stop. That woman got crazy eyes. I'm sorry, she got crazy eyes. And they're like, they follow you. You watch her. Her eyes follow you. Look, I'm going to just stop it and you look straight at him. And no matter which way you turn, her eyes follow you. There's just something going on. That's probably insensitive to point out that she got crazy eyes and that her eyes follow you. But I don't know what it is. I'm looking at her, and everywhere I go, those eyes are following me. There's something going on there. All right, let's get back to what she has to say. You see if her eyes are following you, too. Go ahead.
Which we've thought for hundreds of years was a good thing, is the process of cultural appropriation. I come in and I take parts of your culture and make them my own. I adopt your culture. Well, we thought that was good, but now the idea is that everyone stays in their own culture and then, of course, by definition, hates every other culture. But
there's assimilation and there's appropriation, and she didn't do this to assimilate, to get to know a culture. She did it to just enjoy it for an evening, get as much fame and publicity out of it as she could on Twitter and Facebook and social media, and just step right out. So how convenient.
But let me ask you this: when someone from Dubai flies on an airplane, which was, of course, invented by the Wright brothers at Kitty Hawk,
right?
Why isn't that an even more effect? And just gets on the plane and has a glass of champagne and doesn't think about the contribution of these Ohio brothers to flight. That's not cultural appropriation?
Perhaps they are, but I don't think that they're getting anything. They're not hurting anyone, and they're not offending anyone by doing so. And when she put on that dress, she hurt and offended others, and that's what happened.
She really hurt.
Okay.
The key to a great relationship is control.
There we go. That's it. Her eyes followed you, didn't they? Did you do what I just did? Did you do what I was doing? Seeing if her eyes would follow you? They did, didn't they? They did, didn't they? Let's see. I would love to see this woman go up against Candace Owen or Ben Shapiro, says Kara. By the way, my daughter sent me a picture of something that they're teaching in school today. She goes to a charter school, so those teachers have to work. Unlike the public school teachers that are on strike here in Arizona. But anyway, so they had a list of, how far people were to the right and the left, and Ben Shapiro was on the list. Which, again, you guys got to understand, I've known Ben Shapiro since he's like 14, 15, 16 years old. And so I know a little Ben Shapiro. I mean, he's grown up and is doing so great. And so when my daughter sent me this thing, I said, oh, Ben Shapiro, I've known him forever. No, you don't. No, yeah, I do. I've known him since before you were born. No. Why is it that kids can't recognize how cool I am? Or you? How come your kids don't realize how cool you are? What happened? Let's see. Morgan says, I would never have known what she wore if they hadn't griped. Me neither. Kara asks, is Arizona still on strike? I don't know. I do know that the governor, Doug Ducey, did sign the legislation. Let me play this for you, by the way. Doug Ducey, you probably like this guy. He's a little bit rhino-y for me, a little too establishment, but he did create Cold Stone Creamery. So you got to like him for that. So here we go. This is what he said a little while ago today in Arizona. It's governor of Arizona here.
Well, it's been a long day and a long night, and I'm excited to sign House Bill 2663 here, and this is going to be the bill among the other bills of the budget that's going to codify the 20% teacher pay raise by 2020. This is the first step of this bill, $100 million for support staff, and additional things inside our K-12 education system. This is a real win for our teachers, for our kids, for our educators in the classroom, and we're grateful for your help in getting this over the finish line. We're excited that it's a bipartisan bill, and it's time to do this. So it's a good way to start the day.
Okay, so he signs the bill, and everybody's happy, right?
Here we go.
Because I want to look at the comments here. You probably can't see them. Because there was a bunch of comments. Oh, now I've lost it. There was a bunch of comments by teachers. Yeah, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. We want more. This isn't right. We shouldn't go back to work. And so on and so on and so on. So I don't know. Let's see here. Let me just do a quick one. AZ teachers AZ teachers going back to work. And let's see what happens. Well, interesting. Let's see here. So I got one that says, Red for Ed organizers tell teachers to go back to work Thursday. Yeah, well, that didn't happen. Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, they didn't go to work. They said go back to work, but they didn't go back to work. So what's the latest? That was yesterday. Let's see. Go, but they say, okay, the teachers say that's my first 20% pay raise. They are expected to return to work, but I don't know that it is. The outcome in Arizona, budget passes as Red for Ed teachers gather for 6th walkout day. We will return to school. Arizona teachers announce end to walkout. So what does it say? Sorry. Governor Doug Ducey. Okay, leave us alone here. Gave the teachers a 9% raise in the fall, 5% each year the next 2 years. Teachers did not get everything they wanted, but they won substantial gains from reluctant lawmakers. The communist, Noah Carvelis, I think that's the commie guy, said the educators have solved the education crisis. They've changed the courts of Arizona. The change happens with us. Okay, this guy is a admitted socialist and a big fan of Karl Marx. Pay increase will cost about $300 million in the coming year alone. Blah, 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 blah. Some teachers return to the Capitol today. They want more money. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I guess they're going back to work. I'm not sure. Barbara says they have to wait 2 years before they get it, but the kids have to make up days the teachers were out. Yeah. Tim says sounds like a recipe for disaster. Who can afford that kind of tax increase? Yep. Putting us in the red for Ed here in Arizona. Thank you very little. What else is going on here? Oh, I saw this video from College Humor. I thought this was pretty funny. I had a problem with my printer today. Do you ever have problems with your printer? I love my printer, yet I hate my printer. And as the College Humor says, your printer is a brat. What do they mean? Let's find out.
Monitor, please display this document.
No problem, boss.
Okay, now it looks like mouse is moving around. Confirm?
Affirmative.
Alright, monitor, please track mouse and display the pointer icon accordingly.
You got it.
Mouse, where are you going now?
Sir, I'm moving over the icon panel.
Let me know if he presses anything, okay?
Of course.
Sir, he's pressing Control and P simultaneously.
Here we go.
Printer, are you there?
No.
Printer, I know you're there, and I know you're on.
No, I'm not here. Leave me alone.
Okay, look, we just need to print...
Sir, he's clicked the printer icon.
Great, now you have to print the document twice. Are you happy now?
No, I don't want to. I hate printing. I hate you. I'm turning off.
You know you can't turn off without...
I'm out of ink.
You're not out of...
I'm out of ink.
Monitor, please display a low ink level alert.
But sir, he has plenty of ink.
Just do it, damn it.
Yes, sir.
There, that should...
He's hitting me!
Stay calm, old friend. He'll relent soon enough.
He's pressing everything! I don't know! God, I just don't know!
Are you happy now, Printer? Do you see what you've done?
Ha! That's what you get for trying to make me do work. Next time, Hey, he's trying to open my head! Ow! Oh my God! He tore my cartridge out! Help me!
Sir, maybe we should do something.
No. He did this to himself.
Were they here in my house yesterday? Is that what happened? Where they got that idea? Because that just seems like what I live on a daily basis. That's funny. Twitter says you need to change your password. If you're on Twitter, have you changed your password today? According to Twitter, they were some kind of hacked. And they say they don't think that anybody got your password, but they might have. So if they might have, you might want to change your password and do it lickety-split. Which reminds me about our good friends at Virtual Shield. They will help you. Now, it's probably not going to help, unfortunately, when you get into Twitter or something and somebody steals the password off of a website. However, this protects you from your browsing history. Nobody knows what site you go on. Nobody knows where, when, who, what, where. It's a virtual private shield. And it is something that I suggest that you get. It's not expensive. As a matter of fact, if you type in virtualshield.com/Rusty, that's me, you're going to get 20% off and a sweet deal on top of that. No payments for 30 days. Take an extra 20% off your first term with the promo code Rusty, plus no payments for 30 days. They've got the virtual private network. They've got IdentiSafe, groundbreaking features such as a microphone and webcam blocker, so you don't have to worry about anybody spying on you. That's a great feature. And again, what is the virtual private network? It's a must-have in this high-tech digital era. When behind our virtual private network, your VPN third party, such as your ISP, will not be able to view your browsing activities. Network hackers will not be able to intercept sensitive information, such as your bank account or credit card details. You've got the right to remain private. Find out more. Go to virtualshield.com, virtualshield.com/Rusty, that's me, and type in the promo code Rusty and get 20% off your first term payment with the promo code and no payments for 30 days. Go do that too, please. Okay? Did you get frozen out? I can't control that. I wish I could. Sometimes the internet is good. Sometimes the internet ain't so good. Do me a favor to go to, I want to see, I'm going to be in Texas. I will be in Texas in a week. Actually, it'll be next Saturday, May 12th. At the Your Message Conference. Find out more and sign up, and I'll hang out with you a little bit. Help you write your first book. Go to yourmessageconference.com. Yourmessageconference.com. Find out how to write your book and what they can do and how you and I can hang out a little bit. I would like that. What else? Oh, don't forget to follow me on the Hear Me Out app. Very, very important. Let's not allow these major social media companies to allow us what we can or can't say and how we can or cannot interact. And the nice people at the Hear Me Out app aren't censoring. It's a lot of fun. So follow me, Rusty Humphries, on the Hear Me Out app, and I would really appreciate it. Virtual Shield, I told you about, the yourmessageconference.com, and Hear Me Out app. That's it. I appreciate you. Tomorrow's Friday. I won't be here. I'll be back on Monday, I think. I got some stuff going on, so we'll see. Anyway, follow me in the Hear Me Out app, and I update that all weekend long. Okay? Thank you so much for hanging out. I do appreciate you. My name is Rusty Humphries. Don't forget the podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Subscribe to the podcast and listen to it every night when it comes out. We'll see you next time. May God bless you. May God bless America. Please do some praying today. It is our National Prayer Day. I'm Rusty Humphries, and this is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.